Hello Sagittarius Rising, I'm Birdie Galaxy. Welcome to the Lunatic Fringe. This is your January 2024 horoscope. I write my horoscopes from the rising sign perspective. If you are a Sagittarius sun, you may find some benefit from this video, but you will get a much more accurate read if you watch or listen to your rising sign. So Sagittarius Rising, if you would like to know what January holds in store for you, stay tuned. Okay, Sag, we start out the first of the month with the sun in Capricorn in your second house. This is the house of money, of values, possessions, self-worth, and your personal resources. So the sun has been in the second house, just shining a light on that area of your life. On the first of the month, we're going to focus on Mercury. Mercury is the magician, and Mercury has been in Sagittarius in your first house, retrograde since the middle of December. So that's really brought that reevaluation, reassessment, realignment type of energy to your sense of identity, to your sense of self, of who you are and how you show up in the world. Now Mercury is finally moving direct, so that energy will be forward momentum instead of that sort of stagnant reevaluation energy. So with this comes Mercury is the energy of communication, of logic, of intellect. So Mercury is bringing out this communicative and optimistic approach to your self-expression, to your identity, and it has a penchant for exploring these very diverse and very eccentric ideas and sharing them openly. So you're maybe feeling a lot of desire to express yourself right now and express who you are as an individual. Now, on the 4th of the month, Mars, or the Tower, this is the energy of upheaval, sometimes crisis, but it's for the purpose of revelation. Mars is moving into Capricorn, right here alongside the sun. And I'm going to make a lot of room here because there is going to be a huge emphasis on Capricorn, on your second house in the month of January. So we have the sun, now we have Mars over here in this house of money, personal finances, personal resources, of how you are self-sufficient. Now what Mars does here, because your second house is your Capricorn house, it already has this very disciplined and strategic approach to your finances. So this is really emphasizing that with Mars bringing this sort of raw energy to the mix here. This is showing you that you have a very strategic and disciplined approach to your financial matters. And if you continue in this path, you could potentially bring out this much more ambitious and much more determined pursuit of your financial security. So Mars is really bringing that energy, that action to you. So you are really taking physical action steps, really tangible steps towards financial security and stability. Now on the 11th of the month, the moon, or the high priestess, this is our knowledge, this is mystery and intuition. The moon is also moving into Capricorn, and it is being alongside the sun, makes a new moon. This is a harmonizing energy. Sorry, I gotta move my water. It's cold in this room, so I have a hot water bottle. So the moon and the sun are harmonizing. They're working together. They are collaborating within your house of finances, within this house of financial security, of personal resources, as well as self-worth. So new moons are a new opportunity. This is a time for a fresh start. This is time for you to do something completely different or to start all over again. And in this case, this is a really good time for initiating that practical and disciplined approach to your financial stability and security and to your personal resources. Now on January 13th, Mercury, the magician, which we've already discussed, is also moving on into the second house. So look at this crowded house here. We have so much energy, all of these personal planets within your second house, your house of finances, your house of personal resources and security and stability, as well as your sense of self-worth. How worthy do you feel? So Mercury moving into this house is also bringing out that practical and disciplined approach that Capricorn brings, that is your natural state of your second house. This is bringing out communication regarding your finances. This is bringing a much more organized, efficient, and strategic thinking to your mindset around money and around your personal finances. Now, on the 20th of the month, the sun is moving into Aquarius, moving on into your third house. So now the sun shines its spotlight onto this mercurial house, and it brings out your communication, it brings out your intellectual ability, it brings out your curious nature, and you are likely going to feel inclined towards some more innovative thinking or a desire for some unconventional forms of expression, some unconventional means of getting your message across, whatever that message may be. Now on the 23rd, Venus, or the Empress, this is the energy of abundance, of nurturing, fertility, and growth, as well as our values and what we hold worthy, is coming home to the second house. Venus rules the second house. Venus is money, Venus is values, Venus is your self-worth. So Venus moving into this Capricornian party is really emphasizing how much you value financial security. It's really emphasizing these practical approaches with your money, with your relationship with money, and you may find that you're feeling a lot of pleasure in achieving these successful and material goals, in achieving this ability to have a certain level of financial security is what is driving your pleasure sense right now. Now on the 25th of the month, the moon has made its way over to Leo. Leo is your ninth house. That's the house of higher education, philosophy, ethics, of how you deal with other cultures and other people. It's also the house of travel. So the moon being in this house of Leo in your ninth house is in opposition to the sun in Aquarius in your third house. Full moons are when we have the sun and the moon in opposition to each other. And oppositional energy is a separating energy. So when we have full moons, this is a time for us to reevaluate finding balance between these two areas of life. So for you, Sagittarius rising, there is a need to express yourself and your own individual thoughts, but there's an emotional need to feel some sort of connection in an intellectual or in an academic setting or in a philosophical or even a religious aspect. Leo in your ninth house gives you a natural dramatic flair or a creative expression when it comes to your beliefs, your philosophy, your ethics for life. So this full moon can bring out a blend of self-expression and a thirst for expansive knowledge, which really emphasizes a passionate pursuit of your own personal beliefs as well as your love of creative expression. So there's a need for balance so that you can express yourself individually, your own creative self, on an intellectual or an academic scale, or within the collective of others. Now lastly, at the end of the month, Uranus, which has been retrograde in Taurus for quite a while. Taurus is your sixth house, your house of work, daily life, daily routines, mundane activities, the structure of daily life, as well as your personal health. Uranus has been retrograde, bringing this time of reevaluation, reassessment, realignment to your daily mundane tasks, and now it is moving forward. So we have this forward momentum again with Uranus in your sixth house. Now this can really bring up some unexpected shifts of your daily routines, of your work environments. It can be challenging you to embrace your innovation and your unconventionalism and your innovative ways, your unique ways in your practical daily agenda, in your daily life, in your routines and schedules and mundane tasks. So Sagittarius rising, there is a lot going on in this house of finances for you. The house of security, safety, financial safety, the house of resources, as well as your house of personal value and personal self-worth. You're seeing the sun moving into your third house and allowing you to have an enhanced shine on your ability to communicate the things that go through your mind, your thought processes, your messages that you want to get across. The moon is shining its light on your desire to have a connection to something greater than you, something beyond you, a more collective or collaborative thought process. And you may experience some major shifts, major unexpected changes in the way that you go about your daily life and your daily routines. So Sagittarius, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to know what happens in February for you, please subscribe, and I'll see you next month. Bye.